first graders, it's Miss Pam. Last week we started writing opinions, and we're going to continue with writing opinions this week. Now in first grade we've done a lot of narrative writing. Narrative writing is when we tell a story that can be a true story or a make-believe story. We've also done a lot of nonfiction or informational writing. Nonfiction writing is when we tell facts about something. Facts are true and can be proven. Opinion writing is when you tell someone what you think or feel. You're telling them what your opinion is of something. Your opinion can be different from other people's opinion. Here are some examples of how narrative, nonfiction, and opinion writing are different. And all these are about dogs. This is a narrative sample. It says, once upon a time, there was a dog named Blaze. Blaze was big. He had giant paws, front legs that looked like baseball bats, and a huge body that was always bumping into things. One day, Blaze, and then the story would go on. This is an example of narrative writing. It tells a story about a dog. In this case, it was a real dog. It was my dog. And this is nonfiction writing. It tells facts about something. Dogs need food and water to survive. Dogs are mammals. They have fur and a backbone. So that is telling facts. This is an example of an opinion writing about dogs, telling what you think or feel. Dogs are my favorite kind of pet. I love dogs the best because my dogs are friendly and cuddly, love to play with me, and are always happy to see me. So this is an example of opinion writing. Today, we are going to be writing a book review. Now, sometimes people write their opinions about movies, restaurants, and books, and we call these reviews. This week, we're writing a review of a book. You will choose a book that you really like a lot and explain to us why you think it's a great book. You're going to try and convince us to read this book. Today, we're just going to choose the book. We're going to be using a graphic organizer that looks like this to put down our thoughts and organize our thoughts. And then we're going to be making a people book. It's a person book, a character book. So this is an example of a character book. And this is an example of a character book. So we're going to be making the book today and organizing our thoughts on our graphic organizer. So I'm thinking of two of my favorite books. Two books I like a lot and I have at home with me are We Are in a Book by Mo Willems and Thunder Cake by Patricia Polacco. I think I'm going to choose which book I want to use, and I think I'm going to use Thunder Cake for this week. So I'm going to start by filling out my graphic organizer. So my graphic organizer is here, and I'm only going to fill it out in little phrases. I'm not writing complete sentences. So my opinion is that Thunder Cake is a great book. So I'm just writing Thunder Cake, great book. And then I'm going to write one or two words to tell my reasons. It's suspenseful. It keeps me wondering what's going to happen next. It has beautiful pictures. I really love the pictures. Well, that's another reason I think it's a great book. And I also think it has a really good message that it's trying to teach us. So that's another thing I really like about this book. And then in my conclusion, I'm going to highly recommend Thunder Cake. So those are my notes. Now I'm going to put those notes aside because I'm going to need them the rest of this week. That's all we're going to do on that right now. All right, now we're going to be making our character books. And since I'm doing Thunder Cake, I'm going to be I made the character from Thunder Cake. I made the girl. If your favorite book is a nonfiction book and does not have characters in it, then your person book will be you. You'll be making a book that shows you reading your favorite book. But if you have a fiction book, like I do, you're going to do one of the characters. This was Gerald from Joe and Piggy, and then the girl in Thunder Cake. All right, what you need to get now, you need to get 4 pieces of paper. Just 4 regular pieces of paper. When I'm done telling you, you can pause the video and get these things. You need to get scissors. You need to get a pencil and either tape or a stapler. If you have a stapler, use a stapler. If you don't, you'll need to use tape. You will need a glue stick, or you could use tape if you don't have a glue stick. And then you'll need crayons or oil pastels. So go ahead and get those things and then come back. So pause it while you get those things. All right, the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna put 3 of the piece of papers away. You're gonna fold your first piece of paper like this. So you have the paper so that the long edge is by your tummy. You're gonna fold a short edge to another short edge. So you're folding across. And then I'm gonna open it up and I'm gonna fold a long edge to a long edge and open it up. All right, now I'm gonna take my side edge and I'm gonna fold it to the middle. My middle fold is right here, and I'm gonna fold my side to the middle like that, and then I'm gonna do the other side. So I have a piece of paper that looks like this. I open it up. Take your pencil and find the very middle where the 2 middle lines cross, and it's right here. So I'm drawing a pencil mark there. All right, now I'm also going to look for the 2 corner pieces on the bottom. This is a corner piece, and this is a corner piece. And I'm going to cut those corner pieces off. And I'm going to save them because I'm going to use them, so don't throw them away. So I'm cutting the corner pieces off. I cut those corner pieces off and I save them. So I'm just sticking them to the side. All right, now there is a fold that goes from the bottom of the page to this dot you made. I'm going to cut on that. Those are going to be the legs of my person. I'm going to take these 2 and fold them in. This is part of the body. Now, I take the 2 pieces of paper that I cut off. I'm going to put glue on one edge of it, not more than the edge, and I'm going to glue that onto the back so it gets glued onto the back like this. Now I'm going to put glue on this side, and I'm going to glue this one onto the back. So I have my 2 arms are glued onto the back like that. And this is a shirt that opens up. All right, before I do the head for this, I'm going to get 2 more of my pieces of paper, and I'm going to put the writing that's going to go in here. So I'm going to move this to the side for a minute. I have 2 pieces of paper. I'm going to keep them together so I don't have to fold both of them separately. I'm going to keep them together and fold in half, and then I open it up and I fold again in half. Okay. Now, if you have a ruler, you can use your ruler now, and you're going to be making lines on these pieces of paper before you cut them. It makes it go a little faster. And I'm making my lines, so if I look at the top of my finger, I've got from the top of my finger to the first line, knuckle, is about that big. I'm making my lines to be about that wide, which is close to, but not quite, an inch. So I'm going to just draw lines above the fold, and then I'm going to draw 4 lines below the fold. And if you don't have a ruler, you can use the edge of a book to make these lines. These are lines for you to write on. So here I am, I'm making my lines. 4 lines above the fold, and 4 lines below the fold. This is going to make it so that you have 8 little pages in your book, in your person book, to write on. All right, so now I'm going to put these back together, and I have fold lines. I can see them better where the lines are not. I'm putting these together carefully. I'm going to cut on the fold lines. Cut on the fold lines and turn my paper over so the lines are up. Turn it over so the lines are up. Now, if you have a stapler, you're going to staple these 8 pieces of paper right in the middle. So you put a staple here and a staple here. If you don't have a stapler, you're going to use tape. So you're going to take a little piece of tape, and you're going to tape 2 together. So here they are. I'm just taping them together. Then I'm going to tape 2 more together. And I'm going to tape 2 more together. Just putting a little tape so part goes on the top, part goes on the bottom. And then I'm taking 2 more pieces of paper and taping them together. I'm going to put all 8 pieces of paper together and put 1 piece of tape that goes from the top to the bottom so it stays together. And then I take my tape, or I take my staples. If you have a stapler, you don't have to do all this taping. You can just staple. And I tape it on to the shirt. All right, so that's that done. So I have my legs, my shirt, and the inside of my book. Now, I'm going to take my last piece of paper. I've used 3 pieces of paper. I have 1 more piece of paper. I'm going to fold my paper in half, like this. And I'm going to fold my paper again in half, like this. So I have 4 pieces of paper. I'm going to cut off one of these. This is going to be my head. And I'm going to make a head that's almost as wide, and I could just cut the edges off, the corners off like that. Cut the corners off so I don't lose too much. And then I'm going to glue the head. You're going to put a strip of glue on the very bottom and glue the head to the booklet like that. All right, now I'm going to make some shoes and some hands. For the shoes, I'm going to cut 1 more of these pieces and fold it in half. I'm not folding it this way, I'm folding it half hamburger style. I'm going to draw some shoes that start up at the top where there's no fold, and I'm going to make a shoe like that. So I cut, and then I'm cutting along the fold line. So then I have 2 shoes. Now I don't want my shoes to go the same direction. I want them to go opposite direction. So I'm going to glue 1 shoe to this side with the toes facing out, and 1 shoe to this side with the toes facing out. And you could glue that on the back if you prefer. And then you have 2 more pieces of paper. With those 2 more pieces of paper, you're going to draw, I'm going to put them together, and you're going to draw a hand. And I'm cutting them together so it'll be 2 hands when I'm done. Okay, and then I'm going to glue this onto the back. So I'm going to make it so my thumb is up. This is my thumb. And on this side, my thumb is also up. And I glue it onto the back. So there's my people doll. Now I'm going to get my crayons or oil pastels, color the face. I'm going to color eyes and eyebrows, nose and mouth. I'm going to color my hair, and this girl's hair was long, so I had it go onto her shirt. I'm going to color the shirt. I could give the shirt buttons if I wanted. I could give the shirt pockets. I've put flowers on my pants. I've colored the skin color of both the hands, and then I've colored the shoes. So you're gonna, when you're done making your people book, you're gonna then color it and turn it into the character in your book or you, either one. All right, have fun with this. Tomorrow when you come to writing, you need to bring your graphic organizer and your people book. All right, have fun. Bye.